It's week 4 of the 2024 season. And coming up, we'll see Dak.
Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here in week 4. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. Bringing him out to number 1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing, it's Jameis Winston.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
Second down, he takes the option right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Throwing is Winston. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Winston now. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Brought in right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Here's Winston. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often lead.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. To throw, here's Winston. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming out the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, you're not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Fair catch is made, a yard or 2 short of midfield. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Gibson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. Winston to throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And that will not be enough for a first down. Matt Prater on for the field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And they haven't gotten their legs under him on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10 now. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That throw behind his intended target. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Second and 3. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Winston to the air. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Completed to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. On first down, it's Gibson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Gibson. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Sent down by Cody Barton. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Winston. Has a man. It's Brown. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Still on the move. Coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Only a Commander's ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points. Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Shotgun now on third down. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Prescott now on third down. Search it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
The Commanders and Jameis Winston ready to go once again on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds a seam down the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Brian Anger on now to punt. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on first is Prescott. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Another throw for Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
7-yard loss. Brings up third down.
Dak now from the gun. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start to fight back with their first points of this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Nixon now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running it again with Gibson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Cardinals going nickel here, third down. Throwing is Winston. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. They'll go with another punch, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Able to find Smith-Schuster here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Jones once more. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Here's 2nd and 11. Connects with Fant. And he gets him around 6 there. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That one complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Prescott here from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. All right, here we go, 2nd down.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the Commander's 41-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Here's Dak. Setting up the screen. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Second and 10 now. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's Winston. This is complete to Olave. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. From the 27. Cut by Gibson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Washington calls it second timeout. They're now set for 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Winston to throw it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Brought in by Juju. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Dak now from the gun. And in for the Arizona touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Nixon now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, they've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing from the gun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Sent down by Cody Barton. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, Prescott. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing again is Dak. Finds his target, Ryman. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Running right, this is Jones. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Cardinals 1st down.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Cordell Flott there on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Looking right, and he finds him. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
That's another Cardinals.
Prescott will look to throw. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked by Alohi Gilman.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. That'll be complete to Gibson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
That one complete to Higbee. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. The give inside to Gibson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cardinals and quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down carry for Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On the carry, this is Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Cardinals out for the punt. Bryce Baringer, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Now comes the Commander offense for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. On 1st down, they'll start with Gibson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Third down from the gun. Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Cardinals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
From the gun is Prescott. It's taken in by Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. Throwing is Winston. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To throw, here's Winston. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Here's Winston. This is complete to Olave. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cardinals and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here we go, second and 9. Misfire there, couldn't connect. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop him for the sack on what's likely the final play of this third quarter. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, I'm pretty sure this Kate special teams coach going to have a long talk with him after that one. You can get as creative as you want, but you can't give away the ball. You can't lose yardage, and you start turning the ball over like that, you're not going to be returning punts much longer.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6.
This is Jones. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Third and a lone yard coming up.
That's a gain of 5.
Going with Jones on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Cardinals
Putting a receiver in motion. First down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Prescott set to pass. Bails out of the pocket. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders set to take over. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Winston to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Here's Winston to the air. It's complete to Higbee. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Gibson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Gibson. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The counter gives to Gibson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Gibson here from the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Tight end going in motion here. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Another throw for Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They're out now, ready to punt it. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The offense getting set to go. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Quickly out to the right, complete. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in.
Big gain downfield. And he rips off a huge chunk of yardage before finally being brought down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 4th and 3, drive on the line. He's back to throw. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Cardinals offense making its way out. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Jones. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals holding a 4-point lead. 2nd and 3 now. Counter play, Jones. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 3rd down, here's Jones. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Commanders and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. Modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Back to throw. Has him running the comeback. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. And they got there in time. He's taken down. One final shot here. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.